Hi there, everyone. Happy Tuesday. T.J. Springer here in the Storm Center for Fox 35 Weather Plus. Sorry to be getting on just a little bit late. I want to let you know of something that will change tomorrow, and I think me being off a day kind of threw me off. We're going to be doing Fox 35 Weather Plus at 3:30 to 4 o'clock instead of at 3 o'clock on Fox Local, Facebook, and YouTube. So you'll get an extra half hour of Garrett on Florida Live, and then he'll come right over to us, and then we'll go right into the 407 with Marlisa, which will be wonderful. So just wanted to give you a little programming note. But I also want to show you we have kind of still a little gloom in our Skycam pictures here, some dreariness. It's been a brighter day as a whole, but we still have a lot of cloud cover around. This is our camera over Lake Fairview, and you can see it's kind of gray out there. It's not horrible looking. We have a breeze, but a day where you probably needed to grab a jacket, grab a hoodie or a windbreaker. The wind certainly making it feel a little bit cooler in some spots. Want to hop on YouTube right now, see if we have any. See if you have anybody of you watch. I see 17 of you watching. That's awesome. Let me hop on Facebook real fast and see who we have watching here. See 4 of you watching. Great. Well, again, if you have any weather questions, please weigh in. Let us know where you're watching from. And eventually, we'll pop up our question of the day. For those that are watching on Fox Local right now, we will be taking a quick break here in under a minute at 3:10. So if you don't want to miss anything, you can hop on over to our YouTube page or our Facebook page, and you won't miss anything, which is great. Well, let me know, by the way, if you have gotten all of your holiday decorating done. I think I've finally finished up between getting the outside decorated, between getting all the decorations up inside. It's December 9th. It's Tuesday. There's still, some time before Christmas, but I feel like it's going to come really, really fast. All right, I am cooking up our question of the day right now, and I'm going to throw it up here on the screen in just a minute. I kind of want to go back to the holiday trend because we were kind of sticking with that. We kind of, if you caught myself or Hannah on After the Wrap over the weekend, I think we did have a holiday question on Saturday, but we were talking about the Powerball drawing on Sunday. Okay, here we go. This is what we want. So we're going back to the holidays. If it will load. Also, who's loving the chill after our warm and humid weekend? I, for one, was kind of glad to get back to a more seasonable feel, a more wintry kind of feel in Central Florida. And if you're wanting the chill, we'll show you when this next cold front moves in here in just a minute, when temperatures really look to take a nice little tumble here. Nothing like what we're getting across the heart of the country and the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic, but still a little chill nonetheless. All right, here we go. Question of the day. Do you bake around the holidays? I, for one, have never baked. And actually, that's a slight lie. As a kid, we would bake Christmas cookies around the holidays. But as an adult, I have not baked, and I've been on my own. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Glad you're watching from Titusville, one of our faithful viewers. Mark, how's it going? Hope you're keeping well as well, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's our question of the day. I thought it'd be a fun one. Now, we have gotten cookies this year. We've eaten a lot of cookies this year, but personally, I have not baked. So let us know if baking is one of your holiday traditions that you do each and every year. All right, well, should we hit the forecast? Let me pop back on over to another one of our lovely sky cams here. How about we do our iDrive cam? It's gloomy there as well. You can kind of see it's just not the prettiest looking day. We've got some sunshine peeking through, but certainly not the most vibrant scene. But it's because of some upstairs energy in the atmosphere. We have an onshore flow as well, which is kind of pumping in the moisture a little bit off the Atlantic. So that's why we're seeing these clouds on satellite. Still some rain across South Florida, in the Caribbean, south of the Keys too. That's where the heaviest rain is, kind of with some of that upper level energy. But overall, you can see that high pressure center moving eastbound. Now as we zoom on out here, multiple systems moving across the northern tier of the country. You can see snow now across central Pennsylvania, upstate New York, near the Iowa Great Lakes, from Buffalo to Rochester to Syracuse with this disturbance here. And there's another clipper that's moving in. You can see with right now some snow up across the Twin Cities from Minneapolis to St. Cloud, the Dakotas, some mixed precip where that warm front's starting to slide into Iowa. So that's our system that we'll be watching as we head into our Thursday. And then another system is starting to move on, just about moving onshore the Pacific Northwest, some showers in Washington, in Oregon. So it's kind of active across the northern part of the nation. That active storm track has kind of been really the story for the last couple of weeks. But for us in the southeast, aside from the cold front that we just got, that brought all that rain, this is kind of our big headline, this next cold front that we'll be watching. Let me see if we have any of you weighing in on YouTube. Let me look. Right, I see a bunch of you weighing in. Oh, Sketchy, hello. One Take Adventure, 67 degrees here in Claremont with a 9-mile-an-hour wind. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, that sounds kind of wintry, Joel, I have to say. Hello from Rapples, the movie sports travel guy. Love it. What's up? How are you? Thanks for hopping on. If anyone has any questions, please throw them in. So that's kind of the big picture right now. So for us locally, I think we'll see a little more sunshine tomorrow. There's that wind that I was talking about coming in from the northeast. It's kind of blustery along the coast right now. This is thanks to that difference in pressure behind the cold front that moved through Sunday into Monday. And this is just the sustained winds. Let me pop on the gust. Let's see here. Current wind chill. That's not what I want. We want gust. Let me see here. Gust. There we go. So gusting up to 23 miles per hour in Palm Coast. So that's certainly, and it's not quite as impressive the farther inland you get, closer to Orlando, but still wind coming in around 10-ish miles per hour or so. It's not biting hard, but just enough, a little nip in the air, so to speak. Let's see. All right, so let's look at our temperatures tonight, because it is still going to be chilly. 40 in Gainesville, 53 in Orlando, little milder near the coast, Cocoa Beach to Melbourne in the 60s, with the water temperatures still a little warmer, but certainly our northwestern locales from about the villages northwestward still probably want a heavier jacket tomorrow. I'd still pull the heavier jacket out in Orlando. That's me personally. I feel like I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't live here, but Florida has certainly changed me over the last year plus. I would have been wearing probably shorts if I lived up in Pennsylvania, but here I'm bundled up. I have my joggers on, I have my sweatshirt on. Now tomorrow, a little more sunshine compared to today, I think. Still a little more cloud cover near the coast. Temperatures still a touch below normal, but I think a little bit warmer than today. Let me pop up our temperatures right now real fast before we jump any further. I know I didn't show you those. Let's see, there we go, current temps. Yeah, 60s for the most part. I think for all of us right now, really, 68 in Melbourne, 67 in the Village, and only 60 in Gainesville. So it's definitely below normal for this time of the year. That's for sure. Okay, so here is our Fox model. Fox weather model here on Futurecast. I have this fast forwarded to tomorrow, to hump day at 3 o'clock. Tomorrow, getting more of a westerly wind across the peninsula. Temperatures just a little bit milder tomorrow. Jen, how are you? Planning to bake cookies this holiday season? Yes, I love that. I'm glad you're loving the cooler weather. It's looking like in the next week we'll have another cold front trying to move in. So it definitely doesn't look quite as warm as what we've had across the last, what we've had the last couple weeks. I know it's kind of, excuse me, it's been kind of this temperature roller coaster. And it's looking like that'll continue for sure. All right. Raffles, the movie and sports travel guy. You're watching from Wyoming. That's amazing. I love that. Thanks for watching all the way across the nation. That's spectacular. I love that. All right, so let's time this cold front out here, shall we? This one, it's really not going to be a big deal in terms of any precipitation. It does look like it could bring the potential for maybe a stray sprinkle. All right, Fox Local friends, just want to give you a heads up. Looks like in about a minute-ish, a little less, we'll be taking a quick break. So if you want to hop on Facebook or hop on YouTube so you don't miss anything, you can certainly do so. All right, here is Thursday morning at 8. So the cold front's sliding in, maybe a stray shower, but as quickly as it moves in, high pressure is building. It's out of here. And by the evening, we're clearing out, and temperatures are dropping. It is going to be a chilly start as we progress into our Friday. The coolest day, coolest day of the 7-day forecast, and certainly the coolest morning. Temperatures in Orlando likely in the mid-40s. So the metro, low to mid-40s, and then probably our outlying spots, our northwestern neighborhoods, likely sneaking back into the 30s. Wind chills likely in the 30s for many of us. So a morning where you probably will need to bundle up out of the bus stop, grab the heavier jacket, maybe grab the gloves if you're prone to really getting chilly. Shelly, how are you? I'm wondering, is this Mark, your other half? Good evening from the UK. We've had a very wet and windy day here. Sorry we missed you. Yeah, I am really sorry I missed the both of you as well. I think I may have been just off work that day when you guys popped into the station. I'm so sad I missed you guys. All right, so that's what we're expecting. Here's the 7-day. 70s Wednesday and Thursday, then temperatures slowly moderating, and then another weak cold front brings the potential for maybe a couple of showers Sunday and Monday. But chances right now pretty slim, a little cooler on Monday into Tuesday. But temperatures actually fairly close to where they should be. Overnight lows kind of in that similar realm as well. But really no big weather coming over the next 7. I know this cold front that we had on Sunday with the potential for some stronger storms did have some thunderstorm warnings, some really heavy rain, some gusty conditions. That was certainly the biggest weather that we'll see. Let me pull back up our question of the day if you're just joining us. It's Christmas related, holidays related, I should say. I wanted to get back in the holiday trend now that we're on, today's December 9th, so how many days do we have? 16 days, hard to believe. That's wild. I don't know about you, I think Christmas came so fast this year. The holiday season just here like a blink of an eye. But let me know. And if it's not this, what's your holiday tradition? Because I feel like our holiday tradition, baking cookies was one of them growing up, but it was certainly going to Christmas Eve Mass, and it was always opening one present from under the tree on Christmas Eve. It was typically the ones that we were exchanging between my parents and my brother. That was kind of one of our family traditions that we kept alive for a long time. So, well, let me know. Let me know if you've done anything holiday related yet this season. Have you gotten out and seen any lights? If you're local and you're watching us, have you gotten out to the theme parks and done any of the fun festivities there? I know so many of our local communities around the greater Orlando area have had so many fun events, everything from tree lightings to light up celebrations as a whole. We got out to ours in Orange City on Friday, and sadly we'd actually just missed the Christmas tree lighting. It was lit when we got there, so it was still really festive, still really pretty, but we missed the fun countdown, missed the dramatics of it. I have to say, I know I've talked about this before. It's probably been a few weeks now since we were in the parks and did the Jollywood Nights Christmas event at Hollywood Studios. They still had some availability, so we're going back one more time for old time's sake. We want to soak up a little more of the holiday magic over in Disney. But yeah, please let me know. Please weigh in if you've gotten to do anything fun with your family, fun holiday events here. I feel like we have so many fun things going on around this time of the year. It is 3:25. If you're just joining us, hi. Do want to give you a little PSA. For those of you which we greatly appreciate, those of you that watch each and every day, if you hop on at 3 o'clock, we're having a bit of a change to our Fox 35 Weather Plus programming on Wednesday, tomorrow, the 10th. We're starting a new chapter. For those of you that usually stick with Garrett on Florida Live until 3 o'clock, his show is now getting an extension, and Florida Live will now be going until 3:30, and we will be taking the reins at 3:30 right here in the Storm Center for Fox 35 Weather Plus, which will kind of bridge the gap between Florida Live to the 407 with Marlisa and producer Kendall. So hopefully you've been watching the 407. It is so much fun. I'm on there, not regularly, but a good bit of time. I'll be on the 407 today talking about our little cool down that we're expecting. But it is just so much fun. So many just fun times, fun vibes all around. That's all I can say. If you haven't watched it, please do. Go check it out because it's a blast. The last time I was on it, myself and John Brown, we were having a donut decorating competition with Donut Ask, Don't Tell, which I believe Longwood, I think. They had their grand opening, I think, a couple weekends ago. And their donuts, oh my gosh, if you haven't had them, they were great. Mary, how are you? Hello to you and Miko. I love that. Thanks for hopping on. Making sure I'm not missing any of your comments here on YouTube either. let me pop back up our, for old time's sake, one more time, pop up our question of the day here. Holiday vibes here in the Storm Center. Do you bake around the holidays? I feel like we've had so many delectable treats here in the building, and I'm sure over the next couple weeks, I'm sure we'll see even more of that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think myself personally I'll bake this year. Um, I mean, if you consider baking, doing these were always our favorite. And I know my mom. I don't know. I don't think she's watching, but she would say yes. I'm sure many of you know what I'm talking about. I think they're the Pillsbury cookies, the cookies that have like the Christmas trees on them. They're like little circles like this. Yeah, I know they have them for all the holidays. Um, those were the ones that we loved making. Aside from actually making homemade holiday cookies, those were the cookies that since I have been on my own, I'll usually buy a pack of those, and throw those in the oven because they're pretty simple. You can pop them out of the pack and throw them in. All right. Well, one more time before we go, let me hit our current setup. If you're just hopping on, just watching us, here's Fox 35 Storm Tracker radar. Keeping tabs on a few showers closer to Lauderdale, closer to Miami. Around the Keys, it's gloomy, it's gray, most of the rain. Missing you. But again, there is some that is down closer to Cuba. This will hit the Bahamas here as we progress through the remainder of our Tuesday into Wednesday. So if you are cruising, could have some hit or miss showers and some thunderstorms, something to watch if you're already on a cruise and you're heading that way toward the Bahamas, or maybe you're already in the Bahamas on a cruise, or cruising back toward Florida and passing through the Bahamas. something to keep tabs on for sure. But aside from that, we're pretty quiet across the peninsula, just dealing with those thick clouds around Orlando. But you can see definitely some clearing off to the northwest as this ridge of high pressure briefly builds in ahead of this next cold front that we'll be watching. And that'll be our big headline. So have a great rest of the day. Thanks for joining me on the daily Fox 35 Weather Plus, and we'll see you tomorrow at 3:30. Bye.